Hi everybody, and welcome back to Yukikaze Gaming. Today we're going to be trying out Patron, the demo specifically. You might be wondering why I'm playing so many demos on the channel. Well, there's a couple of reasons. One is that I like to support games that have demos because I think that's a very player and audience friendly way to do things. Another is that I have a lot of kind of demos built up of games that I want to try, and it's pretty convenient when I'm only hoping to play the first, 45 minutes to an hour of a game. So, it's pretty win-win in terms of what I'm trying to do and promoting the creators. Hopefully, for what little amount that I'm able to actually promote people. Also, because I'm trying to play a wide array of games and trying to cross some of the games that I have demos for just kind of off my list and sort of decide if maybe they're titles that I would like to continue pursuing or that I think would make for good recordings in the future. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started on a new game. Oh, starting me with a lion straight off. Let's see what else they've got. Serpent. Looks like maybe a fox? Dragon. World tree. Scorpion. Word patron on it, huh? I don't think I want to be Jamestown. Village names aren't a thing that I really have kind of pre-picked out, so things like villages and organizations and stuff like that, I tend to struggle with naming a little bit more. Let's just be a little bit silly with it this time for the sake of moving forward, and we're going to call it Neckoville. It's apparently an island. Okay. Mediterranean, peaceful, almost Mediterranean-looking island. A lot of fertile soil, scarred with bays and coves. Is surely a place your people will be proud to call home. Difficulty normal, soil fertility high, ore richness high, weather temperate. Pine Ridge, named after thick pine forest that sprawls through the area. Pine Ridge also boasts tame grassland and excellent for future agriculture. Pretty much the same stats as the last one. Twin Islands, almost the same size. Twin Islands are rich in all accounts. Soil fertility, forests ore, abundant. Truly a wonder no one has claimed the area already. I do see that this one, though, says the ore richness is medium, which is lower than the other ones. Not going to read all of them, I'm just going to kind of skip through a few of them here and glance them over. I get the sense that... Okay, we've got a challenge stage. A couple of those. Altera. Oh yeah, surely nothing could go wrong building on top of the volcano. This one actually just is a volcano. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and try out the default map just to start out with, as it's not like I've played a tutorial of this or anything like that. Resources, high population, I don't know what that means. I don't know what 1063 is. Maybe it's like 10 adults, 6 children, 3 elders? Just kind of guessing based off of what I'm used to seeing in these kind of games. Event frequency, I don't know if those are purely positive events, or if some of them are also negative. More ore seems better. I'll make this relatively easy for myself. Maybe in future games I might go with a penalty for demolishing, but since I have no idea what I'm doing this time, I'm going to go ahead and start with full refund, since that's an option. It's kind of frustrating in these kind of games when you get punished harshly for not putting things in the right place or something like that when you don't know how things work yet. But it can definitely be part of the gameplay experience once you do understand the game to make sure that you're playing kind of optimally. Try it on easy difficulty as well. Choose a location for your citizens to build the town center. This short tutorial will guide you through the basic concepts of building your city, setting up efficient production chains, and governing your people. Choose a location for your citizens to build the town center, and press the left mouse button to get them to work. Build the town center. Okay. Bit of like jungle area right there. Whoa, okay. Mouse panning is clearly way faster. I don't feel like I really know enough about this yet to really grasp where a good location is. But I think the area that it kind of started me out seems pretty reasonable, as it's got this little bit of coastline, and it's relatively central to everything. Maybe I'll put it in a place that's a little bit more open, kind of here-ish. Okay, welcome, Patron. Citizens have already built the townhouse and are ready for your guidance. Focus on getting your citizens a place to live, food to eat, and firewood to keep warm. Winter is coming. Winter is coming! I said it before in the other game, but in these kinds of games, winter is always coming! And it is up to you to prepare for it in time. Hint, build houses. Hint, build and upgrade a gatherer's shelter to produce food. Hint, build a sawmill to produce firewood. Hint, build a depot near production buildings to make transport faster and increase maximum stock size. Okay. So, alright. As is pretty typical in these games, it does look like the spacebar pauses. Got some rotation options. Interact with objects, click on them with the left mouse button. Okay. Your citizens are in desperate need of housing. Citizens who have a place to live are happier and will pay taxes. Only one family can occupy a single house, and if they have room and are at least content in your town, they will have children. Build 5 tents or houses to provide some initial housing. Okay. Okay, so I guess tents really are especially necessary when you're starting with lower resources. I want to get a concept of how important some of these resources are to other things as well. Okay, so a lot of things need coins. But it did also say that people living in houses or shelter of some kind. So hopefully we'll be getting some of that back as we construct these. Where should we start our little residential district? I'm not sure. Okay, so I held control the first time. Nope, it just automatically sets up to build another one. Okay. I assume there's gotta be... Okay, yeah, roads. Resources needed free. Wonder if there's some kind of button to display a grid? Here we go. I don't like trying to kind of guess at where things are. So, now we've got our grid. Go back to constructing the rest of our houses. Out of curiosity, I believe these are perfectly square, so I can try constructing the next set facing that way, just to see what happens. I think I want some more roads. Kind of pre-designate this area. Add a little extra to kind of remind myself. I probably want this just completely surrounded with road. Especially since it doesn't cost anything. nothing is free. While things don't necessarily cost coins, they do require some other resources. Mark some trees for gathering. Your workers will cut them down and carry the lumber to your stockpile. When you select the Gather Trees control, left-click and drag the mouse to select a wider area to clear trees. Clear of trees. Okay. I definitely want to clear out this area to start with, because I plan to build some infrastructure buildings there. And I probably want to get rid of all this as well. Just as a start. And honestly, I really want to kind of clear out this area. Leave the palm trees for now. Just kind of for decorative purposes. Oh, that can go. And then I think I'm going to very quickly a stockpile. Depot? Making efficient production chains rests on having valuable data. One key element in this are grid overlays. Cycle through the overlays by clicking grid. Okay. Did that before actually already. Among the basic needs of your citizens, food is the #1 priority. Build a gatherer shelter. Oh, I want to build a depot first. Okay, fine. I'm not yet clear what the circles around the buildings mean, which does worry me just a tiny bit, because it might be that I'm building kind of incorrectly, but I did have it set so everything auto-refunds, which means I can move things later if I really need to. Adults, young, and children. Okay, so it's not elderly. But I was close. Most buildings require workers to operate. In this case, the gatherer's shelter requires gatherers to actually go out and collect various fruit and mushrooms. To do this, you should assign workers to the profession. Assign 2 workers to the gatherer profession, either in the building or in the jobs panel. Overly long transport routes can cause serious problems. Build a depot to create a new drop-off and pickup point, as well as to expand your stockpile maximum size. Okay, there we go. Winter is coming and your invaluable citizens will want to keep warm. They do this by burning firewood or coal. For starters, let's ensure they have a decent supply of firewood. Build a sawmill to create firewood from lumber. Make sure you have enough lumber and don't forget to assign a sawyer. Sawmills are pretty big. Now, berries and mushrooms aren't enough to keep your citizens fed, happy, and healthy. You need more variety. Build a hunting lodge and assign a worker to the hunter profession. Bear in mind that hunters use lumber and iron to create traps and arrows. They can't hunt properly without those. You can gather iron much like lumber directly in the world. So you don't have to build like a mining building or something, I guess? Interesting. Well, I think I'd like to build this in an area that I'm planning to kind of keep more forested this time. Maybe I'll kind of make this peninsula sort of area my forestry section for long-term foresting. Connecting to the road infrastructure here. Okay, I've got a little bit of ore and stone set up for harvesting too. So should have some of that coming in. It's just run out of stuff. It's not the prettiest game ever, but it's certainly appealing in its own right. Oh, these definitely both seem good. Okay. You now have the basics of governing your quaint little community. Take care of your citizens and your town will prosper. Further, please, and you can expect trouble. Good luck, patron. Okay. That was quicker than expected. Okay, I see. Had it sort of backwards how this thing would placed. I've probably overburdened my workers with too many tasks, as I tend to do in these things because I get too into the planning and don't really give them time to catch up on doing stuff. But we'll see. Royal intervention. It has somehow reached the king that our city is running low on firewood. He is not pleased, but he has offered to send help. A trade ship has arrived and unloaded a helpful supply of heating materials. Interesting. Wonder if I have the ability to set caps on these things so that I don't overgather. Okay, do. These are kind of arbitrary numbers, but should help keep my little colony from focusing too much on a specific resource for the moment. Where are they all going? My people might be kind of dumb. They're all sort of wandering off into the forest somewhere. What they're doing. I didn't tell them to do anything out here. It appears that we have hit fall. Okay, I think we're going to call this an episode, but I will continue this because we didn't get very far yet, and I'd like to see more of the game. So, I hope you'll join me next time. Thank you for coming. Matane! That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, or join me on Twitter. Hope to see you next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Matane!